Hello everyone, Polytechnic second semester, subject mathematics, fifth chapter hyperbola. Let's learn the important formula. The first one is eccentricity. If a point moves in a plane so that its distance from a fixed point is in constant ratio to its distance from a fixed line, and your eccentricity is denoted by E. Let's take a one fixed point, that is S, and the fixed point is called a focus. And here is a fixed line MN, and the fixed line is called a directrix. Let's take the one point P, it is moving point. So then the distance between S and P and the distance between fixed line to P, so SP divided by PM is a ratio, and it is a constant ratio, and it is called a eccentricity. Second definition, hyperbola. Hyperbola is a conic whose eccentricity is greater than 1. That means E is greater than 1, then that conic is called a hyperbola. The another definition for hyperbola is a plane curve generated by a point moving in a such a way that at any position the difference of whose distances from two fixed points in a plane is a constant and is equal to the transverse axis. The two fixed points are called foci. Foci means it is a plural form of the focus of the hyperbola. Let's draw a diagram. So here is a hyperbola diagram. So this is x-axis and it is a y-axis. So then let's take the focus here S1, one more focus S2, and let's take the moving points. Here is P1 and here P2. Let's take one more. So here is a P3. So differences of whose distances from two fixed points. So that means P2S1 minus P2S2. Next second difference, P1S1 minus P1S2. Next third difference, P3S1 minus P3S2. So these all equals to constant, that means all are equal, and these all equal to transverse axis. Transverse axis means x-axis is called a transverse axis, and the two fixed points are called foci, that means S1, S2, and we can denote these sometimes S and S dash. Next, the standard equation of a hyperbola is x square divided by a square minus y square divided by b square equals to 1. Let us learn some important points. So here is a x-axis and it is called a y-axis. So hyperbola diagram. This x-axis is called a transverse axis, that means major axis. In ellipse we call it as a major axis, here transverse axis. And this y-axis is called a conjugate axis, and the intersection point of these axes is called a center. It is denoting with C. So here we can take the one fixed point, that is focus. Here also we can take one fixed point, here it is S dash. Through this focus we can draw one line segment and it is perpendicular to transverse axis. So it is called a L dash. It is called a latus rectum. We can draw one more latus rectum because we have another focus, that is S dash. So it is also perpendicular to transverse axis. So here L dash. So here the intersection point is denoting with A, and here the intersection point is denoting with A dash. So these two are called vertices. So here we can draw one fixed line here K, and the intersection point is Z. Here also we can draw one fixed line K dash and it is Z dash. These fixed lines are called directrices. So these are the important points from the hyperbola diagram. The next definition is equilateral or rectangular hyperbola. A hyperbola is said to be rectangular when its transverse and conjugate axes are equal in length. Transverse and conjugate axes are equal. So actually the standard form of a hyperbola, x square divided by a square minus y square divided by b square equals to 1. But here transverse and conjugate axes both are equal. Then substitute b equals to a. Then we will get x square minus y square equals to a square is equation of a rectangular hyperbola. And the eccentricity of rectangular hyperbola is e equals to under root 2. Next definition is conjugate hyperbola. If the transverse and conjugate axes of two hyperbola are interchanged, so then they are said to be conjugate hyperbola of each other. So then the equation of a conjugate hyperbola, y square divided by b square minus x square divided by a square equals to 1. Otherwise take the minus common, then x square by a square minus y square by b square equals to minus 1. So both are equation of a conjugate hyperbola. For example, here is a x-axis, is a y-axis. These are the hyperbola, and this dotted line is conjugate hyperbola because here transverse and conjugate axes are interchanged. That is why we got this dotted hyperbola. So these are called conjugate hyperbola. So this is an important table for solving the problems from exercise. Here the first column hyperbola. Here we have a total 4 different hyperbolas are there. Next is center, vertices, eccentricity, foci. Foci means focus. Length and equation of a transverse axis. Next, length and equation of a conjugate axis. Length of a latus rectum, equation of a latera recta. Latera recta means plural form of a latus rectum. Because in the hyperbola we have a 2 latus rectum, so that is why equation of a latera recta. Next, equation of a directrices. First one, x square divided by a square minus y square divided by b square equals to 1. In this case the center is 0, 0. Next, vertices plus or minus a, 0. Next, eccentricity e square equals to 1 plus b square by a square. Otherwise e equals to under root 1 plus b square by a square. So next, foci is plus or minus ae, 0. Next, the length of a transverse axis is 2a and the equation of a transverse axis is y equals to 0. Next, length of a conjugate axis is 2b and equation of a conjugate axis is x equals to 0. Next, length of a latus rectum 2b square by a. Next, equation of a lateral recta x equals to plus or minus ae, and equation of a directrices x equals to plus or minus a by e. Next, to second one, y square divided by b square minus x square divided by a square equals to 1. It is conjugate hyperbola. Here the centers 0, 0. Here vertices 0, plus or minus b. Here eccentricity. So there are a lot of changes in the formulas. Next one is x minus h whole square by a square. Next to y minus k whole square by b square. So what is here the center is h comma k. When the center is 0 comma 0, this is a hyperbola. But here center is h comma k, then x minus h whole square by a square minus y minus k whole square by b square equals to k. And same here vertices, eccentricity, foci, here length and equation of a transverse, etc. Next here another one, last one. So its center is same h comma k, and here also vertices are changed, eccentricity changed. So this is a very important table for doing the problems on hyperbola chapter. General equation of a hyperbola. Let S be a focus x1 comma y1, ax plus by plus c equals 0 is a directrix, and E is a eccentricity. Then the equation of a hyperbola is x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square equals to E square bracket of ax plus by plus c divided by under root a square plus b square whole square. First question, the foci of hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equals to 1 and a is greater than b. This question asked in the 2015. So it is a direct answer. From the formula we can say the foci of a hyperbola is plus or minus ae comma 0. So option 2 is correct. Second question, the equation of a hyperbola whose vertices are 2 comma 5 and 2 comma minus 1 is, and E equals to 4 by 3. Eccentricity is a 4 by 3. So let's draw a diagram. Here is a x-axis and this is a y-axis. So first point is 2 comma 5 vertices. For example, here is a 2. So 2 comma 5. Here is a 1 point. 2 comma 5. Next to 2 comma minus 1. So let's select the minus 1 here. So here is a 2 comma minus 1. Then we can draw the hyperbola at each vertex. So it is called a hyperbola. So it is very clear, it is a vertical hyperbola. Vertical hyperbola means conjugate hyperbola. The conjugate hyperbola standard form is y square by b square minus x square by a square equals to 1. And its center, for this standard form the center is 0 comma 0. But it is very clear the center is not a 0 comma 0, other than center it is. So the center is h comma k. Okay, if the center is h comma k, so then the standard form of a conjugate hyperbola is y minus k whole square divided by b square minus x minus h whole square divided by a square equals to 1. So here we need a center, b square, a square. So then we will get our required equation of a hyperbola. First I am going to find out the center. Center means here 1 point 2 comma 5, here another point 2 comma minus 1. The midpoint of these 2 points is called a center. So let's find out the center now. So the center h comma k equals to the midpoint of one is 2 comma 5 1 point, another one 2 comma minus 1. And we know very well the midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. So 2 plus 2 by 2 comma 5 plus minus 1 by 2. 2 plus 2 4, 4 by 2 is 2, 5 plus minus 1 it is also 4, 4 by 2 is 2. So the center is 2 comma 2. Next we need a square and b square values. So for the conjugate hyperbola, the length of a, this is called a transverse axis. So the length of a transverse axis is what? 2b square, 2b. So then 2b equals to, 2b means what? Distance between the given 2 points na? So distance between 2 comma 5 and 2 comma minus 1. because this is a transverse axis. So here is one point, here another point. The distance between these two is called a transverse axis length. So transverse axis length formula is 2b. So 2b equals to distance between, here under root x2 minus x1 whole square minus y2 minus y1 whole square. So y minus or minus means y plus 1 whole square. 2 minus 2 0, 0 square, 5 plus 1 6 square, square root cancel, 2b equals to 6. So then b equals to 6 by 2. So b equals to 3. Next we need a value. So to find out the a value, use a eccentricity formula. What is the eccentricity formula? E square equals to 1 plus, so it is a conjugate hyperbola, so that is why e square equals to 1 plus a square divided by b square. E value already given in the question, so 4 by 3 whole square equals to 1 plus a square divided by b value 3, so 3 square is 9. So 16 divided by 9 equals to, here 9 is LCM, 9 plus a square, 9 cancel. So then 16 minus 9 equals to a square. 16 minus 9 how much? Is 7. So then a square equals to 7. No need to find out the a value. Now let's find out our required answer. So what is the standard form? Here h comma k is 2 comma 2. So y minus k whole square divided by b square minus x minus h whole square divided by a square equals to 1. So h comma k equals to what? H comma k, that is 2 comma 2, we already found. So y minus 2 divided by b square, b value 3, so then b square 9 minus here whole square. Next x minus h value also 2 whole square by a square, a value we have direct a value, that is 7, it is equals to 1. But to get the options, in the option we don't have this answer, that is why I am taking the minus common. So then minus y minus 2 whole square divided by 9 plus x minus 2 whole square divided by 7 equals to 1. Now this minus transpose to RHS side and write positive term first. So x minus 2 whole square by 7 minus y minus 2 whole square by 9 equals to minus 1. So this is our required answer. So which option is correct? So option 2 is correct. Practice ESET question. First one, the length of a lattice rectum of hyperbola x square minus 4y square equals to 4. So the given equation convert into a standard form of a hyperbola. So then x square minus 4y square divided by 4 equals to 1. Now split into two fractions, x square by 4 minus 4y square divided by 4 equals to 1. Here 4 cancel, x square by 4 minus y square divided by, take the denominator as a 1, equals to 1. Now compare with the standard form of hyperbola. So then here a square equals to 4, then a equals to 2, b square equals to 1, so then b equals to 1. Then the length of a lattice rectum, formula 2b square divided by a. So then 2 into b square value how much? 1 by a value how much? 2, 2 cancel 1. So option 2 is correct. Second question, the eccentricity of a rectangular hyperbola is. From the formula we can say the rectangular hyperbola eccentricity is root 2. So option 3 is correct. Because the eccentricity formula is 1 plus b square divided by a square, but in the rectangular hyperbola transverse axis and conjugate axis both are equal, that is why e will become root 2. Third question, if eccentricity of hyperbola is root 3, then eccentricity of its conjugate hyperbola is what? So E equals to root 3 given, but eccentricity of hyperbola formula is E square equals to 1 plus B square divided by A square. Then root 3 whole square equals to 1 plus B square divided by A square. Square root cancel. 3 minus 1 equals to B square divided by A square. So then 3 minus 1 is 2 equals to B square divided by A square. So next is asking what is the eccentricity of its conjugate hyperbola. Eccentricity of conjugate hyperbola formula is E square equals to 1 plus A square divided by B square. So E square equals to 1 plus A square divided by B square means here from this A square divided by B square will become 1 by 2. So then here we can substitute the 1 by 2. E square equals to, here LCM is 2, so 2 plus 1. So then E square equals to 3 divided by 2, then E equals to under root 3 by 2. So option 3 is correct. Fourth question, the equation of a hyperbola whose foci are plus or minus 5 comma 0 and transverse axis is of length 8 is. So actually the foci of a hyperbola is plus or minus AE comma 0, then it is equals to, as per the question, plus or minus 5 comma 0, then AE equals to 5. Next to transverse axis given. Transverse axis formula is 2A. Then it is equals to 8. Then A equals to 8 divided by 2. A equals to 4. So let's substitute this A value in this equation. So then 4 into E equals to 5. E equals to 5 by 4. So to find out the equation of hyperbola, we need A and B values. So A already completed, next B value required. To find that I am using the eccentricity formula, that is 1 plus B square divided by A square. So E square means 5 by 4 whole square equals to 1 plus B square divided by 4 square. So then 5 by 4, 25 divided by 16 equals to 1 plus B square divided by 16. So then 25 by 16, here LCM is 16, 16 plus B square, both are cancelled. 25 minus 16 equals to B square, so it is equals to 9, B square value 9. No need of B value, B square is enough. So now the standard form of a hyperbola x square by A square minus y square by B square equals to 1. Let's substitute the A and B values in this. So here A value 4, then A square value 16 minus y square divided by B square value 9, it is equals to 1. So option 2 is correct. Fifth question, the foci of ellipse x square by 16 plus y square by B square equals to 1 and hyperbola x square by 144 minus y square by 81 equals to 125 coincide. The foci of the ellipse and the foci of a hyperbola both are coincide. So then what is the value of B square? So from the ellipse, x square by 16 plus y square by B square equals to 1. Let's compare with the standard form. Then here A square equals to 16, then A value is 4, and the foci of a ellipse, foci of ellipse equals to plus or minus A comma 0. So plus or minus A value 4, E value we don't know. So this is a foci of a ellipse. Next one, hyperbola x square divided by 144 minus y square divided by 81 equals to 1 by 25. So to convert into a standard form, we need to write the RHS as a only one, but given 1 by 25. That is why 25x square by 144 minus 25y square divided by 81 equals to 1. So then x square divided by 144 divided by 25 minus y square divided by 81 by 25 equals to 1. Now compare with the standard form. So the a square value is 144 divided by 25. B square value is 81 divided by 25. Next I am going to find out the eccentricity value for the hyperbola, that is 1 plus b square divided by a square. So then e square equals to 1 plus b square value 81 by 25, a square value 144 by 25. So 81 by 25 divided by 144 by 25. Here 25 cancel. E square equals to 1 plus 81 divided by 144. So by simplifying this, we will get E equals to 15 divided by 12. Now let's find out the foci of a hyperbola. The formula is AE comma 0. So plus or minus a value. Here a square value 144 by 25. Then a value is 12 divided by 5 into e value 15 divided by 12 comma 0. Here both are cancelled, 5 ones are 5 threes are. So then it is equals to plus or minus 3 comma 0. But as per the question, the foci of a ellipse and hyperbola both are coincide. So that means the both foci are equal. Here this is a ellipse foci plus or minus 4e comma 0. It is equals to, this is hyperbola foci. So plus or minus 3 comma 0. So now let's find out the e value from this. 4e equals to 3, then e equals to 3 by 4. So to find out the b square value, I am using the e formula for ellipse, that is 1 minus b square divided by a square. E formula, e value 3 by 4, so 3 by 4 whole square equals to 1 minus b square. Required answer a square. So a value already given, ellipse a value 4, so 4 square value 16. So then 9 by 16 equals to, here e square na. So e value just 3 by 4 under root 1 minus b square. B square value required, a square value, a value 4, then a square value 16. Now this square root transpose to left side, then it will become square. So then 3 by 4 whole square equals to, LCM is 16, so 16 minus b square. 9 by 16 equals to 16 minus b square by 16. Here both are cancelled. 9 equals to 16 minus b square, then b square equals to 16 minus 9, then b square equals to 7. So then option 2, second option is correct. Second option is correct. Sixth question, the equation of a hyperbola whose eccentricity is 2 and foci are, the foci of the ellipse x square by 25 plus y square by 9 equals to 1. So he is asking equation of a hyperbola, its eccentricity is given and foci given, but the foci is equals to foci of this ellipse. So let us find out the foci of this ellipse first of all. So the given equation is x square by 25 plus y square by 9 equals to 1. Compare with the standard form. Then a square equals to 25. It is implies a value is 5. Next to b square equals to 9. It is implies b equals to 3. And here a is greater than b. If a is greater than b, then eccentricity formula is under root 1 minus b square divided by a square. E equals to under root 1 minus b square 9 and a square 25. E equals to under root 25 minus 9 divided by 25. Then overall E value is 25 minus 4 by 5. So let us find out the foci of this ellipse. The formula is plus or minus AE comma 0 plus or minus A value, what is A value 5 and E value 4 by 5 comma 0, here 5 cancel, plus or minus 4 comma 0. So the foci of a ellipse is plus or minus 4 comma 0, but this ellipse will be equals to foci of a hyperbola. So the foci of hyperbola is what? Same formula, plus or minus AE comma 0. It is equals to the foci of a ellipse is what? Plus or minus 4 comma 0. And E value already given in the question, eccentricity of hyperbola, that is 2. So then AE equals to 4, then A into 2 equals to 4, A equals to 4 by 2, A equals to 2. Next we need B value. To find out the B value, I am using the eccentricity formula of hyperbola. E square equals to 1 plus B square divided by A square. So E square, E value 2 square, 1 plus B square divided by A square value 2 square, that is 4. Here also 4. So 4 minus 1 equals to B square by 4. 4 minus 1, 3 equals to B square by 4. Then 3 into 4 is 12. So B square equals to 12. Now the standard form of a hyperbola is x square by a square minus y square by b square equals to 1. So x square divided by a square value, a value 2, then a square value 4 minus y square divided by b square, that is 12, equals to 1. So in the given option, the first option is correct. Seventh question, for the hyperbola x square by cos square alpha minus y square by sin square alpha equals to 1, which of the following remains constant when alpha varies? So for different alpha values, this following, one of the following will be always constant. What is that? So let's compare with the standard form of a hyperbola. So then a square equals to cos square alpha, then a equals to cos alpha, b square equals to sin square alpha, then b equals to sin alpha. See, observe the first option, eccentricity, that means E value, but E square equals to 1 plus b square divided by a square. E square equals to 1 plus b square is sin square alpha divided by a square cos square alpha. E square equals to 1 plus tan square alpha. E square equals to, we have one identity, secant square alpha minus tan square alpha equals to 1. From this identity we can substitute secant square alpha. So then here we can cancel the square on both sides. Then what is the E value? E value is sec alpha. Next option 2, that is directrix. So directrix equation is x equals to plus or minus a by e. So x equals to plus or minus a value cos alpha and e value, that is eccentricity sec alpha. So x equals to plus or minus sec alpha means it is 1 by cos alpha. So then cos alpha divided by 1 by cos alpha will become cos square alpha. Cos square alpha. So this is a second option answer. Next, abscissa of vertices. Abscissa means, for example, 3 comma 2 is one vertex. Here 3 is called a abscissa, 2 is called a ordinate. Okay. So the vertices of a hyperbola is plus or minus a comma 0, then it is equals to plus or minus a value is cos alpha comma 0, cos alpha comma 0. Then in this the abscissa is what? Plus or minus cos alpha. Next to fourth option. What is the fourth option? Abscissa of foci. First of all, let's find out the foci. Plus or minus AE comma 0, plus or minus A value cos alpha into E value sec alpha comma 0. So then it is equals to plus or minus cos alpha into sec alpha means 1 by cos alpha. So here cos alpha cancel. So plus or minus 1 comma 0. Here the abscissa is what? Plus or minus 1. Now observe the 4 answer. Eccentricity sec alpha, directrix plus or minus cos square alpha, abscissa of a vertices plus or minus cos alpha, and abscissa of a foci plus or minus 1. So which is a constant here? Plus or minus 1. Then option 4 is correct. So even you substituting different alpha values, definitely you will get the constant for abscissa of a foci. Eighth question, the number of tangents to x square by 16 minus y square by 9 equals to 1 through 1 comma minus 1 is. So let's select the given hyperbola equals to s. So x square by 16 minus y square by 9 and 1 transpose to left side. So it is equals to 0. Now I am going to find out the S11. S11 means x1 square divided by a square minus y1 square divided by b square minus 1 is a S11. So here the point P given that 1 comma minus 1, it is equals to x1 comma y1. So S11 equals to 1 square divided by a square value 16 minus 1 whole square divided by b square value 9 minus 1. So let's simplify this. It is equals to 1 square is 1 by 16 minus 1 square is 1 by 9 minus 1. So LCM is 16 into 9. 16 nines are how much? 144. So here 9 minus 16 minus 144. So it is equals to 9 minus 16 minus 160 by 144 minus 151 by 144 is a S11 answer. So it is a negative answer, then it is less than 0. So if S11 is less than 0, then the given point, what is that? Px1 comma y1, Px1 comma y1, so lies inside of a hyperbola, So then if the point is inside of a hyperbola, then we can draw two tangents to the given hyperbola. So option 3 is correct. Ninth question, the center of the hyperbola y square minus x square equals to 5. Let's convert into a standard form. So y square minus x square divided by 5 equals to 1. Y square by 5 minus x square by 5 equals to 1. So it is a conjugate hyperbola. So conjugate hyperbola means here x-axis, y-axis. So this is called a conjugate hyperbola. For this conjugate hyperbola, the center means the origin of the x-axis and y-axis, that is 0 comma 0. Option 4 is correct. 10th question, the foci of the hyperbola 2x square minus 3y square equals to 5 are. 2x square minus 3y square equals to 5. Let's convert into a standard form. 2x square minus 3y square. divided by 5 equals to 1. Split into two fractions. 2x square by 5 minus 3y square by 5 equals to 1. Next, x square divided by 5 by 2 minus y square divided by 5 by 3 equals to 1. So then compare with the standard form, that is a square equals to 5 by 2. It is implies a equals to under root 5 by 2. B square equals to 5 by 3. Then b equals to under root 5 by 3. Then the required answer, that is 4c, it is equals to plus or minus ae comma 0. First we need to find out the e value. So e square equals to under root 1 plus b square divided by a square. E square equals to 1 plus b square, that is 5 by 3. A square 5 by 2. So here 5 cancel, then e square equals to 1 plus 2 by 3. E equals to here 3 LCM 3 plus 2 5 under root. So next find out the 4c, plus or minus a value under root 5 by 2 into e value under root 5 by 3 comma 0. So let us simplify this. So it is equals to plus or minus under root 5 by 2 into 5 by 3 comma 0. So plus or minus 5 5s are 25, 3 2s are 6 under root comma 0. Apply the square root for numerator and for denominator, then 5 by root 6 comma 0. So I think here in the option 3, root symbol have to come for the 6. So option 3 is correct. 11th question, if E1 and E2 are eccentricities of the hyperbola xy equals to c square and x square minus y square equals to c square, so then what is the value of E1 square plus E2 square? So here xy equals to c square and x square minus y square equals to c square, both are rectangular hyperbolas. And we know very well the eccentricity of a rectangular hyperbola, that is root 2. So its eccentricity E1, it is equals to root 2, and its eccentricity E2, it is equals to root 2. Now he is asking E1 square plus E2 square, then root 2 square plus root 2 square. So 2 plus 2, it is equals to 4. Option 2 is correct. 12th question, if E and E dash are eccentricities of the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equals to 1 and its conjugate hyperbola. E is the eccentricity of this hyperbola, E dash is the eccentricity of the conjugate hyperbola, then the value of 1 by E square plus 1 by E dash square equals to what? So the given hyperbola is x square divided by a square minus y square divided by b square equals to 1. So then its eccentricity is E, then E square formula is 1 plus b square divided by a square. So E square equals to a square plus b square divided by a square. Next it's a conjugate hyperbola. Conjugate hyperbola standard form is y square divided by b square minus a square divided by x square divided by a square equals to 1. Then its eccentricity is denoted with a dash as per the question, and its whole square formula is there, that is 1 plus a square divided by b square. So e dash whole square equals to b square plus a square divided by b square. So now he is asking what is the value 1 by e square plus 1 by e dash square. So 1 by e square value, here is a e square value, that is a square plus b square divided by a square plus 1 by e dash square, here is a e dash square. So 1 by b square plus a square divided by b square. So then it is equals to a square divided by a square plus b square plus b square divided by, here b square plus a square can write as a square plus b square. Now here denominators are same, so a square plus b square. Then add the numerators, then numerator denominator both are cancelled, it is equals to 1. Option 1 is correct. 13th question, if eccentricity of the hyperbola is root 3, then the eccentricity of its conjugate hyperbola is. So eccentricity of hyperbola is root 3, so E equals to root 3, but we have a formula, E square formula, it is 1 plus b square divided by a square, then root 3 whole square equals to 1 plus b square divided by a square. So root 3 whole square 3 minus 1 equals to b square divided by a square, then finally b square divided by a square equals to 2. So now he is asking what is the eccentricity of its conjugate hyperbola. So conjugate hyperbola eccentricity formula is 1 minus 1 plus a square divided by b square. So e square equals to 1 plus, see here b square divided by a square value 2, then a square divided by b square value will become 1 by 2. So here 1 by 2. So e square equals to 2 plus 1 divided by 2, e square equals to 3 by 2, then e equals to under root 3 by 2. So then option 4 is correct. 14th question, the conic represented by 49y square minus 16x square equals to 784. So 49y square minus 16x square equals to 784. Let's convert into a standard form. So by 784 equals to 1, split into two fractions, 49 by y square by 784 minus 16x square by 784 equals to 1. 49 ones are 49, 49 16s are 784, 16 ones are 16, 49s are 784. So y square divided by 16 minus x square divided by 49 equals to 1. Now it is exactly in the form of y square divided by b square minus x square divided by a square equals to 1. So it is a conjugate hyperbola standard form. So that means one of the type of hyperbola. So option 3 is correct. 15th question, the conic is represented by x square minus y square equals to c square is. From the list of the formulae, it is very clear it is a standard form of a rectangular hyperbola. In the rectangular hyperbola, actually for hyperbola standard form is x square divided by a square minus y square divided by b square equals to 1. But in the rectangular hyperbola, transverse and conjugate axes are equal, so then it will be converted into a x square minus y square equals to a square, but here he was taking the a square as a constant term, that is c square. So both are same. So rectangular hyperbola is the correct. 16th question, the length of a latus rectum of hyperbola x square by 9 minus y square by 16 equals to 1. Let's compare the given hyperbola with the standard form. So then a square equals to 9, then a equals to 3, b square equals to 16, then b equals to 4. Then the length of a latus rectum of hyperbola equals to 2b square divided by a, 2 into b square value 16, a value 3, 32 divided by 3. But given options all are wrong. First option, second, third, fourth, all 4 options are wrong. So answer is none. 17th question, if length of a latus rectum is 9 by 2 and the distance between its foci is 10, so then the equation of a hyperbola is. Given that the length of a latus rectum, the formula is 2b square divided by a equals to 9 by 2. So b square divided by a equals to 9 by 4. Next he gave distance between its foci, that means 2 into a into e equals to 10. So 2 ones are 2 5s are, so then a into e equals to 5. So now I am using the eccentricity formula to find out the a and b values. So 1 plus b square divided by a square. So from this e value is 5 by a. So 5 by a whole square equals to 1 plus b square value. So here from this b square value 9a divided by 4. So 9a divided by 4 divided by a square. So 25 divided by a square equals to 1 plus here 9a by 4a square. Square a cancel. Then 25 by a square equals to 1 plus 9 divided by 4a. So 25a square divided by minus 9 divided by 4a equals to 1. So here let's take the LCM. So 4a square is LCM. Then 25 4 is 100 minus 9a equals to 1. So 100 minus 9a equals to 4a square transpose to RHS side. So 4a square plus 9a minus 100 equals 0 is a one quadratic equation. Let's do the factorization. 4a square. So 9a I am writing as a 25a minus 16a minus 100 equals to 0. From these two we can take the a common, just a. 4a plus 25. From these two take minus 4 common. So 4a plus 25 equals to 0. Then 4a plus 25 into a minus 4 equals to 0. So then 4a plus 25 equals to 0 and a minus 4 equals to 0. Here a value minus 25 divided by 4 and here a value is 4. Here we got two a values, but actually b square equals to what? 9a divided by 4 na? If you considering a equals to minus 25 by 4, we are unable to find out the b value. So that is why ignore the negative answer, that is 25 by 4. Sorry, minus 25 by 4. So now our a value is how much? 4. Next to b square equals to what? 9a divided by 4. So b square equals to 9 into 4 by 4. So b square equals to 4 cancel 9. So now the standard form of a hyperbola, what is that? X square divided by a square minus y square divided by b square equals to 1. X square divided by a square, a value 4, then a square 16, y square divided by b square value 9 equals to 1. So then option 4, fourth option is correct.